purpose of my speech is to persuade someone to do something that I feel is right. I'm trying to inform my audience that gun control is not necessarily a good thing. A thesis statement: a gun is no more than a tool. This is a tool. So is this. It's only as dangerous as the operator. From the birth of our great nation, the United States of America was built around a Constitution that wanted to ensure that our citizens were to never lose the ability to protect ourselves. The Second Amendment provided us with the right to bear arms. Today, some of the political parties and ideologies try to undermine our constitutional right to suit their own personal agenda. Today, I decided to do a little experiment, and decided to load this old Winchester shotgun up, prop it up in the corner, leave it sitting there, and it amazes me that it hadn't shot anyone yet. I have children in my home. Of course, they wasn't here when I did this experiment, and I'd be aware of safety. I keep little locks on most of my weapons. This is a .22 revolver. It's equipped with a safety. This is another .22 long Sig Mosquito GSG Firefly. It also is equipped with a cam type safety. And with that safety on, you can't pull the trigger. You can't engage around to come out of the chamber. The shotgun also has a safety on it. I feel that by studying the reason that we have these amendments in our Constitution, and by seeing why some people hope to admonish our rights, we strengthen ourselves as a community and a nation. Through proper education of gun safety and awareness, I believe our nation can be a better place because of these properly used tools. I have done countless research in the library on topic of gun control. I spent 13 years in the 3rd Infantry Division. Training as a soldier, weapons were a part of my everyday life. And as a civilian, they're part of my everyday life as well. I've always educated myself on my gun rights and the safe and proper use and care of these guns. First, I will describe the 2 major points against our right to bear arms. Next, I will show you 2 reasons that these points are invalid in my opinion. Third, I will give you some facts that prove that gun control of the masses can be more harmful than not. Some people actually claim that our Second Amendment right to bear arms has outlived its usefulness, and now it is at arms against the common good. In a 2018 article from the Atlantic.com, the journalist said you can argue both sides until you are blue in the face, but in essence, it comes right down to the way this country's government acts. I want to be able to protect those I love and my property. This same article stated that they also believe that this country has turned away from the concepts that made it great to begin with. And it is important to note that the media has been very complicit in peddling and promoting the headlines, which are horror stories to increase market share or top scoop others. It's always trying to one-up another news agency. I feel like there is more work needed to fix society's problems besides gun control. Using a type of firearm to blame all of society's ills is not going to solve anything. If you're not promoting a broad fix to a social problem, then you're promoting a narrow headline grabbing stance. Then moving on to the next headline as if it was not a problem to begin with. In an article I read on the website vox.com, it being dated March 18, 2019 by journalist German Lopez, he stated New Zealand's gun laws were very strict compared to America's, but there still are gaps. On Friday, 50 people were killed in a mass shooting at a mosque in Christchurch, New Zealand, and the local officials are calling for an even stricter restriction on guns, citing as it stands, New Zealanders do not have a legal or constitutional right to own guns. stricter gun laws can't stop all shootings, but research does show that where there are stronger gun laws and fewer guns, there are generally fewer gun deaths. How and why more gun control is invalid. Gun control in any shape or form will not prevent crime. We live in a violent society, and just because you take away the guns of law-abiding citizens, there are still many unlawful citizens that have weapons. They will most certainly not abide with turning their guns in. Shooters would most certainly target gun-free zones before they would somewhere with looser gun laws and regulations. Finally, I'll give you some facts that prove that gun control of the masses can be more harmful than not. Mass killings are very rare, accounting for only 0.2% of homicides every year and approximately 1% of homicide victims. In other countries, bombings, mass stabbings, and car attacks frequently kill more people than even the deadliest mass shooting in the United States of America. Another fact is over 90% of public mass shootings take place in a gun-free zone. So I described the two major points against our right to bear arms. Then I showed you two reasons these points are invalid in my opinion. I also gave you some facts that prove that gun control of the masses can be more harmful than not. Like I said, a gun is only a tool, just like this 11/16 wrench. It's only as dangerous as the person that's operating this tool. I feel that we live in a day and age where we need to protect our families from all enemies, foreign and domestic. The only type of gun control we should have is more mental health vetting done on an individual before they purchase firearms.